And look, I know, Christina, that this horse means a lot to you and to Dan, but Straight No Chaser, if we're just being completely objective, his best races are the best in this field for the Breeders' Cup Sprint.
There are absolutely some of them, and you know, he is very, very fast. We know that a horse like Skelly in the race is also very, very fast. So depending on where they draw and what happens in the early stages between those two horses, you know, that's a lot of the outcome of this race. And Steve Asmussen has the luxury, you know, he has Skelly in there who's very, very fast, and then he has Gun Pilot who will be rallying from off the pace. So he has complementary styles with his entrance. Straight No Chaser is a horse that, as I've said time and time again, you know, he's difficult to train because he wants to do so much, and he wants to do too much. That's Juan Landeros, Dan's assistant trainer, his regular rider, also the work rider. And he does work him late. You don't often see horses working at 9 o'clock like this, but these, as Dan mentioned to Michelle a couple days ago, that is by design, to try and find the least opportunity to hook up with another horse so that he doesn't do too much.
How far is he going, do you think? Half a mile, is it?
I think he's going a half. I think that was the plan. Yep.
You think? I mean, we don't have anybody in the Blacker Barn that can help us out with this info?
I haven't been home in 4 days. Yes.
Okay, so he's already broke away from the half-mile pole, and you can see how strong and aggressive he is. I thought the rider did a great job getting him down to the pole there. That was the 3/8 pole he just passed.
And you can also see how Juan's center of gravity is a little further back than some of the other riders, because again, he's just trying to throttle him down. You don't want to do too much with this horse. You don't want to lean forward and give him any kind of a cue to go ahead and let it go. But he's doing this easily, and this is, sprinters will do this. They work so easily, they work so fast because it's what they're good at. He does like to take a little bit of the edge off him because he is a horse that gets warm. He is a horse that is very high tempo, very high energy, so you want to let him kind of finish up across the wire. You want to end up with a nice work, a good gallop out. I think he was just looking down at his watch there. Just kind of checking the time as they do cross the wire. What did you get him at, Simon? Did you?
From the 3 furlong pole, I got him in like 36 and 2. But I mean, I'm doing it off a tight shot on the a tight shot on the screen here. So
and you're using an iPhone. You're not using an actual stopwatch.
Well, that's fine. It's not that. It's just I didn't have it wasn't. We didn't pull out enough for me to do that. But look, he's a true case of what I was saying earlier. You take your foot off the brake, right? I mean, he was sitting there like that on the brake pedal, and you just kind of lean forward a little bit just to let him drop his head and quicken up. And we've talked about it ad nauseum this week. It's that fine line of just doing enough to where they're not climbing the walls when they get back to the barn. And you've heard several trainers today, they've liked the work, but what's the immediate phrase they say afterwards? How does he? I always say the best part of a workout, or the most important part of a workout, is the next day. They've said it. 3 trainers have said it this morning. We have to see how he looks in the morning. Have to see how he looks in the morning. The work's great, but the next 48 hours are key.